Predictable income as a realtor is a myth. At least that's what everybody wants you to think. Guys, it's me, Nathan Phillips, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm a pretty basic realtor here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And what I've noticed kind of across the board, and trust me, I've been a sucker to this too, is that most agents, they don't actually have an income problem. They have a predictability problem. And what I mean by predictable income is that, most agents I've noticed they have 1 month where like they feel unstoppable. Maybe we're getting contracts put into place or we're just signing new clients or something like that. And then the next month comes around and you don't know when your next closing is going to come. I mean, like maybe you have some stuff in the pipeline. Maybe you are working with someone right now, but you just don't know exactly when that next closing is going to take place. So instead of living in that fantasy world where you're on cloud nine and having such a great time, you're stressed out, you got bills to pay, and you just feel that overwhelming sense of urgency in the back of your mind. And just sitting there wondering, when the heck is that big breakthrough going to come? Now, I don't know about you. That's not why I got into real estate. Now, before we dive in on how to fix this, if you're stuck or struggling in your real estate business, whether it's scaling or just getting started, there's a link floating somewhere around me. I don't know what platform you're watching on, but just click the link and I'm happy to have a quick 20 or 30 minute conversation with you just to talk about how partnering up with us here at EXP can help you hit your goals. Now, back to the main point. For me, it wasn't really about working harder. It was about putting the systems into place that needed to be in place really from the beginning. And when I say that, I'm talking about your CRM, your lead flow, your follow-up, and most importantly, actually tracking the metrics that matter day to day. Things like your conversations, your contacts, appointments held, appointments closed, all the good things that actually create a closing. And now look, I know not everybody likes to track this stuff. It's boring, it's unsexy. There's a lot of behind the scenes kind of work to it. Nobody's flexing and talking about how they did 200 dials on a Tuesday morning. The main point that I'm driving at is that you wouldn't get in a car without your speedometer working and all the different gauges that you have in front of you to actually get you from point A to point B, right? So when you're running your business, why would you do it any differently? You need to be tracking these things so that you actually know what's going on underneath the hood. See, it's not going to get you, 100,000 followers on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. But what it is going to do is it's going to build you a sustainable business that brings you that predictability, that you're not going up and down and having all those roller coaster rides. It's kind of like the old saying is true. The path really is in the math. And if you can, do your math right, then you can build a pretty successful business, and it doesn't take very long. Let me know if you got some value out of this. Drop some love in the comments or shoot me a like, message, whatever the case is, and I will talk to you soon.